some people in. Y'all give me a moment. Let me get me something to drink here. All right. Back. Give me just a moment. Moment. Give me a second. Gotta let some more people in. Admit some more people. We got quite a few people who have joined the platform of recent. Some of you all are here tonight. Want everyone give a big welcome to Mr. Kevin. Is it pronounced Yee?
Yes, Yee.
Or Yai?
Yee.
Okay. Mr. Kevin Yee is one of our new members. Just joined our platform here recently. He's one of my LinkedIn people. Michelle joined our platform. Who else we have here that's new tonight? Alicia, you've been here before. All right, but we've had quite a few people who have joined the platform as of late. We've had about 12 new members to join in the last couple of, 14 members to join in the last couple of days. 12 of them is through our new partner over at Afterpay. So this is a great little pay option they have there. The Afterpay, it's going to allow a lot more people to be able to join our platforms and to be able to afford our platform. So we want to give a shout out to them and thank them for partnering with us. I'm just kind of killing time while we got more people joining. I don't want to start until we get everybody who's going to be joining in tonight live, who's going to be here on our Zoom. For those of you who are on YouTube, who are watching us on YouTube, don't forget to click that subscribe button, okay? If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us, it's nice to come and watch our videos, but go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe to our channel. And that way you get some alerts and stuff whenever we go live and stuff like this. All right. All right. Tonight is dispatch training. Give me a moment. Tonight is dispatch training. And I want to welcome everybody in. My name is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. And I am here with the students of the RBBS Logistics Learning Center live on our Zoom channel. And tonight is Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it is time for How to Dispatch series. And tonight we're in the series, we're on series number 4. Number 4, that is dispatch agreement and carrier profile form. Now, the past 3 weeks, the first thing we went over was compliance. That's week number 1. We did the compliance. We talked about what's needed to be a dispatcher. We talked about the legalities of being a dispatcher. We talked about, is dispatching legal? We went over what makes dispatching legal. So we went over the statute, which is 37149.1 CFR. So we went over the statute that outlines the legality of dispatching. So we covered that. We also covered the type of equipment that you're going to need to effectively dispatch your carriers. Okay, we talked about that also too, the type of computers. Just a reminder, you cannot do this on a cell phone. Okay, so don't attempt it, don't try it, because you're just going to wind up screwing it up and costing yourself and your carriers a lot of money. So a cell phone is not an ideal tool to try and conduct your dispatch on. Most tablets are not a good tool to conduct your dispatching on. If you're going to use a tablet, get something like a Surface Pro or something that that has the doability of a tablet and a laptop. Google Chromebook is not a good idea to do your dispatching on. I'm just letting y'all know that. Google Chromebooks are not a good idea. Get yourself something with a Windows operating system. Get yourself something. If you got a tablet, make sure that it can be converted into a laptop with the keypad, the whole 9 yards, because you're going to need that in order to dispatch effectively. And you're going to need that Windows operating system with an OS, what's called the OSE or OES, software and all that type of stuff. You're going to need that to dispatch. So ideally, a laptop computer, okay, with at least 1 terabyte of memory. If you got one that has less memory than that, that's fine to begin with. But when you start making money, invest some money into your business and get yourself a computer with at least 1 terabyte of memory space. Why? Because you want something that's going to operate fast. You want something that when you got 5 or 6 screens open, if it's not slowing down with the little circulation, things like that, that's going to cause you to slow down. So you want something that's going to operate fast. You want something that you can operate with the headset, because at some point in time, you're going to get to the point where you're going to be talking to your brokers and stuff all over the computer using some type of computer talk software. So you're going to want something that's going to keep that speed going so that you don't have any delays, any slowdowns, any crashes, or anything like that. Because when you got 2 or 3 carriers on the phone, you got a couple of brokers online, you got 2 or 3 load boards up, the last thing you need is shutdown. That's the last thing you need, okay? That's the last thing you need. You're right in the thick of it. You're in the heart of it. You're making money. So you don't want to have that slowdown, that shutdown, anything like that, okay? So that's what we talked about in the first week, which is, series number 1, is compliance and the type of things you're going to need. The second week of the series was locating carriers, because after you worked out everything, the very first thing you got to do before you can even begin dispatching is you got to locate carriers, because the statute basically says that what makes a dispatcher legal is you must have a pre-existing agreement with a carrier to find said carrier suitable freight, persuading to said carrier specific criteria. So you are not legal until you have a carrier under contract. So the very first part is locating carriers so you can pitch them to get them signed up to your dispatch agreement so you can have them on the contract. And then and only then are you allowed and legally able to go to load boards and find loads for your carrier specific needs. Now, I know a lot of you all see stuff on Facebook and where dispatchers are posted on Facebook. I'm a dispatcher. I just read one of them. I'm a new dispatcher and I've got loads. Okay. First of all, you just announced that you're operating illegal. You just announced that you are operating and acting as a broker. Because first of all, dispatchers don't have loads. Plain and simple. There's no way possible for you to have loads if you are a dispatcher and you coming on Facebook letting the world know I got loads. I mean, they will tell me I got loads for this, I got loads for that, I got this load, those loads, those loads. Now I need carriers. Well, you're doing it backwards and you're operating as a broker. Because only broker can take ownership of freight. Only broker has loads. Dispatchers can only locate freight for carriers that they already have under contract, that pre-existing agreement. That's what the statute said. You must. It didn't say you can. It didn't say you might want to. It didn't say, well, maybe. It said you must have a pre-existing agreement for a continued relationship to find said carrier suitable freight, persuading said carrier specific criteria. So that agreement has to come before you go out and start looking for loads. You can't start looking for loads and then say, well, let me go find me a carrier and sign up to the agreement. That's illegal. You're operating illegally if you are doing that, okay? So if you're doing that, if you're outside of our platform, because I know I teach my students that that's illegal, so they don't do that. But anyone who's watching this on YouTube and you're a dispatcher, you're doing that outside of our platform, stop it, because you are operating illegal, okay? That goes against the statute. You are not a broker. You do not have a bond. You do not have insurance. You do not have authority to take ownership of freight. Only brokers can do that because they have the authority, they have a bond, they have insurance to take ownership of freight, and therefore they can post freight anywhere. They can post freight on Facebook, they can post freight on load. post rated any way they want to post them to. They can post millions of, pieces of freight, all that type of loads and all that type of stuff. And then they can use that to attract carriers and dispatchers. But dispatchers cannot do that. Okay. As a dispatcher, because you are allowed to operate without a bond, you're allowed to operate without an authority, you're allowed to operate without any type of DOT or MC number or anything like that. So since you have less compliance to deal with, you are more restrictive on how you can operate. Okay, so that means you have to have a carrier under contract before you can start looking for loads. Does everybody understand that? Before we continue, does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Great. Make sure y'all got that.
Understand that.
Make sure y'all got that point clear. All right. Now, after that, the next thing we did, we showed you all how to locate carriers. Showed y'all how to go to our back office site and use our tools and resources and how to locate carriers. We showed y'all how to locate soft close carriers and hard close carriers. Soft close carriers, those carriers who already indicated that they are willing to work with someone to find them loads. Hard close carriers, those carriers you just call up randomly, cold calls, and you're gonna pitch them. Okay, now you're gonna pitch both, but we call them soft close and hard close for a reason. Because if a carrier's already posted themselves at one time or another, excuse me, if a carrier's already posted themselves one time or another on a load board stating that they are available for a load, then they should be easy to close. Because they've already shown their willingness to work with someone to help them find freight. Okay, so that's an easy close. That's why we call them soft close carriers. You're not going to find as many of those as you are going to find a hard close carrier. Matter of fact, you're not going to find not 1% of those of what you're going to find in the hard close carriers. Hard close carriers, those carriers that you're going to locate that there's an abundance of. We give you all 3 or 4 owner-operator locator sites. You all can go and pull up every registered owner-operator in the United States. I'm talking about state of Georgia or Alabama, something like that, you got 36,000 owner-operators. State of Florida, you got 19,000 owner-operators. State of California, you got 50, 60,000 owner-operators. And it gives you all their contact information, their names, their address, their email address, their phone numbers, their insurance information. Gives you most of them. It gives you the areas of where they like to run. It gives you like the last 6 to 12 pickups and drops and all that type of stuff. So you got a good understanding of who these people are and what they kind of like. So when you call them up, you should be able to engage them with our pitch. How much money do you need to move your truck? That's our pitch. Very simple. How much money do you need to move my truck? And if you watched our last week's episode, you got that pitch down. All right. So step 1, compliance. Step 2, locating carriers. Step 3, the pitch. So once you locate carriers, you got to pitch it. You got to get them signed up. We did that last week. Go back and rewatch that, the pitch. How to close those people you're calling up. Okay. How much money you need to move your truck. That's our pitch. Go back and watch that. Learn that pitch. I mean, get it down pat, because that pitch is powerful. If it's done right, if that pitch is done right, that pitch is done the way I do it, you should not have a problem. You really should not have a problem closing 3 out of 10 people, 3 out of 10 carriers you pitch. Okay. We ask that you all pitch 50 carriers per night. 50 carriers per night between the hours of 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. 50 carriers is what you should be pitching per night. I didn't say make 50 phone calls and get 25 hang-ups or 25 no answers. You say, well, I did my 50. No. That's not 50 pitches. That's 50 carriers you get on the phone and you ask them this question: how much money you need to move your truck? Okay, if you get to that point, then you got a pitch. That's a pitch. Okay, 50 carriers. If you do that consistently, there is no way possible that you can't close 1 out of 50. No way. There's no way you can't close 1 out of 50 if you're doing it consistently and you're doing it the way we teach you how to do it. You're pitching that pitch the way we teach you how to do it. There is no way on God's green earth that if you do that, you won't close at least 1 out of 50. And if you close 1 out of 50, and if you're making those phone calls 5 nights a week, that means by the end of the week, you got yourself 5 owner-operators. And we've already shown you all that 5 owner-operators, if you dispatch them on average 4 loads per week, the average load is around 750 miles. The average rate $1,300, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700. So average rate $1,450, $1,500. That's gonna wind up paying you on average for dispatching those 5 owner-operators, 4 loads per week. You're gonna bring in somewhere close to the neighborhood of $155,000 to $176,000 per year. It really is just that simple. It's doing it by the numbers. Don't try to think, the big picture. Take it one step at a time. I call 50 owner operators. I pitch 50 owner operators. I close 1 out of 50. I do this 5 nights a week. I get 5 owner operators. I dispatch them 4 loads per week. Once I dispatch them 4 loads a week for a couple of weeks, then I go out and I hire myself what? A dispatch agent. And I give them those 5 owner operators. And I'm charging 10%. This is why I tell y'all to charge 10%, because you're going to need that to scale your business, to grow your business. I'm going to give that dispatch agent, those 5 owner operators, I'm going to pay that dispatch agent 7% or 6% of the load fee. I'm going to keep 4 or 3% of the load fee. If you do that, that dispatch agent is going to be earning somewhere in the neighborhood of $90,000 per year. You're going to be earning somewhere in the neighborhood on those 5 owner operators about $50,000 to $60,000 a year. So about every 4 weeks, you should be scaling your business. Every 4 to 6 weeks, you should be adding to your business 5 more owner operators and 1 more dispatch agent. Thus, you are scaling your business and it is going to grow. That's how you run a dispatch firm. It's not hard. It's very simple steps, but you just got to follow those steps. Don't try to look at the whole thing and say, oh, well, I got to do all this. No. Just take 1 step at a time. Follow the steps. Follow the training videos. If you get stuck on anything or have a problem with anything, pick up the phone and give me a call. If you have a question that you need answering, 1 or 2 questions, not going to take more than 10 or 15 minutes, I'm happy to answer them. Everybody knows when you call that toll-free number and you hit extension 0 or extension 2, I pick up. If I don't pick up, I call you back. All my students will tell you that. That's why I'm on the phone all day. 50, 60 phone calls a day. About 15 to 20 of them is students that are calling, asking me some type of question. I'm hearing this. Now, if what you have to ask me is going to take longer than 15 minutes, I ask that you schedule a private consultation because my time is worth money. Okay? Go to your back office site, book that private consultation. Private consultation, they are $100 an hour, but you get to spend that entire hour with me dedicated to you via Zoom, just like we're doing here, but it just be the 2 of us. Going over whatever you need to go over, helping you with whatever you need help with, explaining everything in detail, going step by step. I'm showing you stuff on Zoom. So those private consultations, they'll work. Okay. Now that brings up the speed to where we are right now. So after you pitch that on operator, and on operator say, hey man, that sounds pretty good. Go ahead and shoot over that dispatch agreement and that profile form. Now we're here to where we are. Dispatch agreement and profile form. That's where we're at tonight. Let me check on my YouTube people real quick. Give me a second. We got some stuff in the chat. What we got in the chat here? We got some people in chat. So some people in chat were saying real quick. Someone says, congratulations and welcome, Kevin. So they welcome Kevin to the platform. It's always nice. Got a lot of welcome there. Kevin says, I am humbled. Thank you for the intro. I am looking forward to, I think maybe you might have mistyped, diving into this. Okay, I can't.
Delving, sorry. Diving, same thing.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Apple Macintosh with Chrome browser is fine too. Yeah, I don't like Chrome. I'm not a big fan of Chrome. The only thing about Apple that I like is the Apple. When it comes to computers, I'm not a big Apple fan. And here's the reason why. They don't work well with others. They don't play well with others. Okay? Apple is good. If you're working with Apple to Apple, for people who have Apple, that's great. But most truck drivers out there, they've got a laptop or a computer or a tablet. It's not going to be an Apple. It's not. And Apple doesn't play well with others. It doesn't convert stuff from other stuff over to Apple as well. Even when you're using the Apple email, when you send stuff through the Google Chrome email, Google has a chance to filter your emails for you. Some stuff they allow through, some stuff they don't. Some stuff you send through Google, through Gmail, and you've been sent it, and people say, I don't have it. I'm looking at my spam. I'm looking at this. Google hides that away somewhere because they figure it's not important to them. That's why I'm not a big fan of Google and Apple. Okay, I'm just not a big fan. It may work fine, but I'm just not a big fan of it. Okay, and Kevin also says I have Windows too. Great. Windows is a great operating system because Windows has a tendency to kind of want to work with everybody. Okay, they play well with others, so that's why I like Windows. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and check our YouTube channel. We're gonna start sharing my screen here, and let's jump over to our YouTube channel to see what we got going on there on YouTube. What do we have tonight going on YouTube? Let's go ahead and refresh our YouTube page. Refresh our YouTube page here. It's refreshing. Give me a moment. All right, here we go. Our YouTube page is refreshing. There we are live on YouTube. We have 12 people watching tonight on YouTube. Now, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, please, 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 please. It's great that you are watching. I am so, excited that you are, tuning in to watch. But please, 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 go on down and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Y'all see it over there. I know y'all see it. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's right over there. It's right over there. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you're gonna watch, at least subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free to subscribe. So go ahead and we're doing you a favor. We're doing you all a favor by broadcasting this live. All of our videos are free on YouTube. So why not hit that subscribe button? Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Do it right now. No, don't hesitate. I see you saying, well, I'll wait and do it later. No, do it now. Hit that subscribe button right now and go ahead and subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost you a dime. Okay, we give all this great free information out, and least you can do is just subscribe. All right, so hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Hit that little thumbs up like button if you like what we're doing, if you like what you see, if you like what you're getting. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Okay, that's all we ask. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. That's all we ask from you all people on YouTube. Okay. So I want to give a shout out to the people on YouTube. We have Walter Brown, who's on YouTube. Thank you for joining us today. We have Mr. James Sears on YouTube. Mr. James Sears is also one of our new members, but he is not in our live training. He's on YouTube right now. So that's good. So he's checking us out on YouTube. We have Vanna Chavez is showing up tonight. Mr. Rochelle Benjamin, thank you for joining us. And Walter Brown. So we thank you all for joining us and everything. Mr. Sears says, I'm going to call you tomorrow about getting in behind the scenes. Hey, all welcome. Good to come on board, get in behind the scenes. If you can, go ahead and get your own RBBS logistics manager. As you all know, we have a trademark opportunity where you can actually become an owner of your very own RBBS logistics manager. As of today, we have 3 verified owners and 3 more who are going to be getting their ownership this weekend. That's going to give us a total of 6 owners. Now, once we get these new owners, you all and everyone who's going to be joining the RBBS logistics manager in the future, but you all, more importantly, are going to have access to more than just me training. That's right. That means you're going to have several training platforms under the same name of the RBBS Logistics Management Center from several different trainers and mentors. Myself, Ms. Jen Williams, Mr. Darren Stevens, Ms. Barbara Caldwell, Ms. Tasha Washington, and we're going to have 3 more people who are supposed to be joining this weekend who you all, and they're going to start their own training platform under the same brand name. So that means when you join the platform of the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, you're not just getting my training. You're getting every owner's training who is under the brand, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Ain't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? So you're going to learn from more than just me. You're going to have a lot more YouTube channels that you can tune into, a lot more content that you can go and view, a lot more live training sessions like you see here that you'll be able to log on to and live, and you have more options that you can join those live sessions. So it's going to become more convenient for you. And you're going to learn a lot of different stuff. Like Darren Stevens is an expert when it comes to auto haul. So you're going to learn a lot of stuff from him on the auto hauling side. And the other trainers are going to have great stuff that they're going to be bringing to the table too. So the RBBS Logistics Learning Center is growing. We are expanding, okay? So get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. The RBBS Logistics Learning Center, as a brand, we are looking to be the online training platform in the industry. Not to mention, we're also working very diligently and hard to get our vocational school certified as an accredited college. That's right. We're working on that collegiate accreditation. So our vocational school will become accredited, and we will also have access to those federal funds where all these different federal government agencies will pay to send you to our vocational school here in Tallahassee, Florida. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Okay, hold on at the RBBS. All right, thank you all for joining us on YouTube. We appreciate y'all. Y'all stay tuned in there. All right, let's go ahead and get to our training. As you all know, our training is conducted on our back office site, the National Dispatchers Network. This is where you access all your back office tools, resources, your training, and support. Now, y'all do excuse me, I am experiencing a case of rebound COVID. So you have to excuse me, you know, I get a little short of breath sometimes and get a little choked up, but I'll get through it. All right. As I was saying before, all your back office tools and resources are going to be located in your back office site here on the National Dispatchers Network. Now, as you all will notice, these 3 pages right here, private consultations, who are we in the home page, they're accessible to just about anybody who wants to come to the site. You can access these 3 pages. Everything that's under this more section, okay, is only accessible to subscription paying members of the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. So if you are an enrolled member and you have a login, a secure login, you are able to access these areas here. If you do not have a secure login, if you're not an enrolled subscription paying member, you're not going to have access to these sensitive areas, which is our back office. The tools and resources, the video library, the logistics library, our network support chat areas, and all that type of stuff, live training and curriculum schedule. So you're not going to have access to any of this if you're not an enrolled member. So let's go ahead and click on this, because I am an enrolled member. I'm the owner. I'm one of the owners. So I do have access, like our members who are already here in our live training. They have access. Now, you'll notice when you get into your back office site, you got this video right here. Now this is where I knew people who have been here before. You all already know this. Watch this video first. At some point in time, I'm going to redo this because I need to redo it because this is a very old video. But this video is a private consultation that I had with one of my students, and I'm showing them where everything is in the back office, how everything works, what everything is for. So this video will get you acclimated with your back office. I'm going to do an updated version. It's more in tune with what we actually have here now, but some things have changed, but the gist of it is still the same. It still shows you where everything is and how to find everything and how to operate it. Okay, so you watch that video first. The second thing you're gonna see what's called our dispatch series, the how to dispatch series. This is gonna be 7 videos. You know, essentially now we're gonna be adding more, so we're probably gonna wind up being 12 to 14 videos, but there's only 7 steps. So you have updated versions of the video that we had in the past, but there's only 7 steps to the dispatch series. Okay, and we go through each one of those steps. Okay, like we said, video number 1 is compliance. Video number 2 is locating carriers. Video number 3 is the pitch. Video number 4 is the dispatch agreement, which is where we are right now. So we're on this step right here: dispatch training, dispatch agreement, and carrier profile form. Video number 5, which is next week's, going to be load acquisition. We're going to be showing y'all how to operate on load board. That's the exciting stuff. That's what everybody want to know. How do I go to the load board? How do I find load? How do I find dedicated freight? How do I identify this? How do I price my load? Everybody wants to know that type of stuff. Well, before you get to know all that, you got to know all this stuff here up front. Okay, step by step. Can't just jump right to the load. But next week, we're going to be going over how to operate on the load boards and how to use the load boards effectively to find your carrier, both dedicated freight and good paying freight. Then after that, we have confirmation. This is very important. Do not take this step lightly. Confirmation is very important. Rate confirmation, very important. Why? Because if you're going to get screwed by a broker, it's going to be in the rate confirmation. Very important. Okay, if you do not follow the instructions in the rate confirmation, it could cost you the entire load fee. Very important. Okay, so do not overlook rate confirmation. And then the last step, which is invoicing. That's how to get paid. Of course, Everybody likes that part too, because that shows you how to get paid, how to create your invoices and all that type of stuff, how to get them sent out. And we also give y'all tips on how to get paid 100% of the time, every time. I don't care if a carrier decides that they don't want to pay you. I'm gonna show you how to collect your money anyway, regardless, 100% of the time. So that's in the invoice. All right. So let's get back to where we are today, which is dispatch agreement. All right. That's where we are today. That's what we're going to be going over today. Now, in the dispatch agreement, before I do that, if y'all are going to binge watch these and try to get a quick start, that's fine. That's fine. But make sure that you binge watch these videos, watch them each 3 times in the order that they're supposed to watch these. So you're going to watch video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're going to go back and you're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to go back and you're going to do it again. So you're going to watch them in succession 3 times in the order that they're supposed to be done in. You're going to watch them that way because that's how I want you to learn them. I want to make sure y'all clearly understand the steps, the procedure, and how to use these skill sets that we're showing you all within these how-to training series. Now, after you've done that, make sure you thoroughly, before you go to any low board, before you start calling any carriers to pitch them, anything, make sure you thoroughly understand the pitch. Make sure you thoroughly got the pitch down the way that I pitch. So go back, watch that pitch, practice it in the mirror, get a friend, you record yourself, you go back and watch the recording, and you see how you look when you're making certain parts of the pitch. You see where you got stuck at. Make sure you get that transition down. Sure, I understand. Ma'am, I understand, but let me ask you a question. That's the only transition you got to worry about. Everything else, don't worry about it, because you try to think of something else, you can look like you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? Make sure you learn that pitch. Because if you learn that pitch, you get confident with it, you're using that transition the way it's supposed to be used, you close doors every time. That's how you close. All right? All right. So once you've done that, you understand the pitch, you feel confident, it's good for you to pick up the phone and start calling on operators. But don't do that until you are confident that you kind of know what you're doing. Now, does that mean you're not going to screw up? No, you're going to screw up. Okay, everybody screws up. I screwed up when I first started doing the pitch, and I wrote it. So everybody screws up. So I'm giving you permission right now to go ahead and screw up at least 3 or 4 times. Just go ahead and get it out the way. Screw up at least 3 or 4 times, get it out the way. Why? Because each time you screw up, you're going to learn something back. In fact, you're going to learn more from your screw ups than you do from your successes. I promise you that. All right, so don't worry about screwing up. Don't get discouraged when you screw up, because all a screw up means is that you're learning something valuable. Okay, you're learning something valuable each and every time you screw up. So go ahead, and I'm giving you permission to screw up at least 4 or 5 times right off the bat. Okay, you got my permission. All right, green light to screw up. All right, so y'all got it. All right, let's go ahead and get down here to the beautiful thing what we're doing tonight. We're gonna go over and look for our dispatch agreement. Now, if you notice here, all of our tools and resources, so they're on a Rolodex style. I put them on a Rolodex style, and so y'all can roll through them. If you're looking for a certain thing, put your cursor over, let it sit there, and it'll pull up and tell you what that is. Like that's the lane rate calculator. Okay, you're looking for a certain thing, you pull over, let it sit there, it'll pull up. That is the free auto transport directory. That is the search freight brokers. That is the search 19 million shippers. So each time you do that, you let your cursor sit there, it'll pretty much tell you what that is. Okay, come down here, same thing. You know, forms and documents, all that type of stuff. You know, like this is your script right here. That truck with the money on it, that's your script. How much money do you need to move your truck? Pop over here. This couple looking at that pad, that is your dispatch agreement. That's what we're going to be going over tonight, the dispatch agreement. And we're also going to be going over the carrier profile form, which is this right here, carrier profile form. So these are the 2 things that we're going to be going over tonight, the dispatch agreement and the carrier profile form. The dispatch agreement and the carrier profile form. Now, in case y'all didn't know it, that dispatch agreement is what the statute is talking about when it says you must have a pre-existing agreement. That is your dispatch agreement. That is that part of the statute that you have to satisfy before you are technically legally able to dispatch. You must have a pre-existing agreement for a continued relationship with a carrier to find said carrier suitable freight, persuade the said carrier specific criteria. Okay. I know I keep saying that, but I want y'all to understand that. Okay. All right. So you're gonna click on that. You're gonna open it up. It says that for dispatch to be legal, it tells you right here again, you must have a properly executed dispatch agreement with the carrier you service. Okay, so we remind you all again that before you can start going to load boards and start finding load and doing all the other stuff, you got to get this done first. Everybody understand clearly that you must have a dispatch agreement before you can start doing any of that stuff that y'all like to do. You understand that?
Yes.
Hello? Does everybody clearly understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and click on this. You click on that. It's going to open up your dispatch agreement in Word. And the reason why it opens up in a Word file is so you all can modify it to put your information in there, because you're not going to dispatch it under my information. You're going to dispatch under your information. You're going to make this dispatch agreement your own. You're going to pull it up in Word, and then you're going to hit the edit button, and you're going to edit it to put in your name of your company and things like that, to where you see my name or my company's name. You're going to put your stuff in there. Okay. Now this particular version of the dispatch agreement is highlighted to illustrate some things for you all as students. When you do yours, you can remove the highlight if you want to. You're basically going to download this, then you're going to change the stuff that needs to be changed to fit for your company. Does everybody get it?
Yes.
All right, great. Yes. Now we're gonna go over this. All right, great. Now we're gonna go over this. As you see here where it says enable the editing. If you click that button, then you'll be able to come here and you'll be able to put, like where it says dispatcher, you'll be able to put that and type in your name. See how it comes up to where you can now type stuff in? You can now type stuff in. You can change your address, your email address, all that type of stuff, put stuff down here and doing all that good old stuff. Okay. So that's what it says enable the editing. So let's go over this dispatch agreement. Let's go over this dispatch agreement. All right. Now, as you all can see, some of this stuff is in yellow. Let me explain to you what this yellow means. If it is above the fee line, by the way, this is the fee line right here. The fee line is where it says the fee for dispatch services will be. That's the fee line. Everything that is above the fee line and it is in yellow, okay, that is where your information goes. Let me repeat that. If it is above the fee line and is in yellow, that's where you're going to type in your name of your dispatch company or your name or your whatever is asking for. That's where your information is going to go. Below the fee line, everything that is in yellow, that's highlighted in yellow, that's for the carrier's information to go there, the carrier's phone number, the carrier's email address and stuff like that. So here again, if it's above the fee line and it's in yellow, your information. If it's above the fee line and it's not in yellow, what does that mean? Anybody? If it's above the fee line and not in yellow, whose information goes there?
The carrier.
Good job, the carrier. Exactly, paying attention, right? So if it's above the fee line, it's in yellow, your information. If it's not in yellow, carrier's information. Now this top line doesn't apply. That's your information, okay? This top line, because this is the heading. This is your information, dispatcher, your address, your phone number, your email address, okay? All right, so let's go over this. All right, so you're gonna put in, up top here, you're gonna put in your information. Because that's for dispatcher, that's you. Name of your company. If you have a company name, or if you're just doing it just as a person, you're gonna put your name there. Your business address, phone number, and your email address. It's gonna go there. Okay. Down here, let's go over this dispatch agreement. Now, I know some people have seen some stuff on Facebook and LinkedIn and stuff. They should see a dispatch agreement. Dispatch agreement is 12 pages long. You ain't gonna get that here. Okay. For one thing, is a carrier gonna take time to read a 12-page long dispatch agreement? Anybody?
No.
Is a carrier really gonna take time to read a 12-page long dispatch agreement?
No, he doesn't have time to do it.
No, look, especially
Patricia.
Especially
Is the
Apple.
pantry open?
if you got
No.
stuff going on in the
I
background,
can probably
mute your
open it
mic.
for you. You are
Mute
who?
your mic. Mute your mic. Somebody mute your mic.
Okay,
Oh, let me see who this is.
all right. Let me see what I gotta think about.
Somebody in
this.
the background got the mic on back, and we're privy to all that conversation.
How's that?
Thank
You're quite welcome.
No, it wasn't that. Who is? If you're in the background, you got your mic open, please mute your mics. If you got people coming in, you got other conversations going on, no in the background, you got television sets on, mute your mics. So these mics are very sensitive, they pick up everything, and this is broadcast live on YouTube. So all your business is being broadcast all over the United States. Okay, so let's not have that. All right. So as we're going over this dispatch agreement, let's go over this dispatch agreement. Now, again, no carrier is going to spend that much time trying to be the 12-page long dispatch agreement, especially after you're going to call hell and high water, just trying to get them to agree for you to send them the dispatch agreement, right? If you call them a carrier, and this is a cold call, and you got to really, get into that pitch and sell yourself, and you're like you're locked in battle trying to get them to agree to sign the dispatch agreement, and they finally agree, and you send them a 12-page long dispatch agreement. Think you're going to get anything back from them?
Probably not.
You're not. No. You're not going to get anything back from them. All right? Now, I understand the need for some of these people to put together these long dispatch agreements. And the people who are advocates of these long, drawn-out dispatch agreements, they wait, you got to have all the legal stuff in it. Okay, there is a such thing as called what? Implied legality. Okay? Look that term up in legal terms. It specifically goes when you're doing contracts. You can have phrases that just one quick phrase that will handle an entire paragraph of a legal definition. Okay? But it has to be written in a way that that definition or that meaning is implied. Okay? That's called implied legality. Okay? So this dispatch agreement is properly formatted with every legal implications already in it, but it's just not as long. Why? Because we use a lot of what's called implied legality. Okay, which makes it very convenient when a carrier gets it. They got a quick one-page dispatch agreement. Oh, whew, I'm glad it's not a 12-page dispatch. Yeah, I signed this. Right? That's how they get it back. But you want to make the sign-up process as convenient as possible. This is about convenience, because this is still sales. I want everybody to understand this. I want everybody to repeat this to themselves. Dispatching is sales. I don't care what you heard. I don't care what anybody else has taught you. Dispatching is sales. You got to be a salesperson. Salespeople who are dispatchers make plenty of money. Why? Because they are good salespeople. Remember that. Dispatching is sales. All right. So let's go over this dispatch agreement. Dispatch service agreement. All right. The carrier's information go there. The owner of and or the driver of truck number, their truck number goes there. Of the carrier, a licensed motor carrier MC number, their MC number goes there, and or DOT number goes there. Hereby grants authorization to, it's in yellow, so that means your information goes there, to act as my agent for the sole purpose of searching for and booking shipments, processing all brokerage paperwork, and obtaining certificates of insurance as required in order to expedite shipments and dispatch via telephone, fax, or email for my truck unit number. The truck unit number goes there, license plate number, the license plate number goes there, in the state that they're operating out of goes there. All billing, invoicing, and collections of revenue from customers, brokers, shippers, consignees, etc., are the sole responsibility of the carrier. If revenue for a shipment or shipments is uncollectible, your information goes there, will be held harmless. That's your first held harmless clause. Will be held harmless and no penalty or deduction of fees will be made. The carrier agrees to maintain all proper licenses and permits to conduct business as a motor carrier in the area of intended operation. Additionally, carrier agrees to maintain liability and cargo insurance at the amount set forth by the home state of the carrier. Your information goes here again. Second held harmless clause will be held harmless in the event of any and all claims. Doesn't say we'll be held harmless in some claims. We'll be held harmless, well, most of the time. We'll be held harmless in the event of any and all claims. The carrier agrees to maintain an account with an internet load board service in the name of the carrier with your name, your company right there as the point of contact for dispatching purposes. Now, that last part right there, some of you all probably asking yourself right now, but I thought we have access to load boards. Yes, you do. You do. But you don't have access to all load boards, right? If you all notice, I don't use that. I have never used that. I never felt the need or had a need to use that. In my opinion, that is overrated. It's definitely overpriced, okay? And it's overrated, okay? I have been dispatching freight since 2017, and I've never had that. And I make plenty of money dispatching freight, okay? Plenty of money dispatching freight. Have never used that. I can't see the reason to pay $140 some for a load board that gives me no more than what I get through a load board that I pay $49 per month for. I just can't see it. Okay. And there's other reasons why I don't use that. Okay. But that's really the main reason. Now, some of you all like that. Some of y'all want to have that. Okay. But should you pay for that? No. If once you get a carrier signed up to your dispatch agreement, it is really your carrier's responsibility to provide you with load board access. Why? Because you are a bona fide agent of the carrier, right? And you are searching for loads for them. And most load boards require that you have a DOT number or an MC number in order to even get onto the load board. Is that correct? I'm correct, everybody?
Correct.
All right. So if that's the case, if you are a dispatcher, or as the statute calls you, a bona fide agent, you have the ability to contract with several owner operators, correct? All right. You are a bona fide agent. All right. So if you are a dispatcher for several owner operators, what's to say for you to have one of your owner operators to go ahead and get a load board on their DOT number, but you have a meeting with all your owner operators and all of them pitch in to pay for that load. You see how you're doing your owner operators a favor and yourself a favor at the same time? Does everybody see that?
Yes.
All right. Learn to think outside the box, okay? So if you just gotta have that, that's if you want to get the most expensive version of that and make it affordable for yourself and all of your owner operators. Okay, that's why that clause is in there. That's why I put that clause in there. Okay.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
Regarding the driver truck number. Last week I got one. He has 3 trucks. So does he have to put all the truck number or just one truck number?
No, he's gonna put them all in there if you're dispatching for all 3 trucks.
Okay. Okay. He put only.
Now there will be some carriers you sign up with. Well, then I mean, he can do that, but if you send out, but you're gonna need that unit number to go on the Raycon, when you sign them up with a broker.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So he may only put one on here, but if he's using a different truck to run a certain load, you're gonna need to put that onto the broker carrier agreement. So why not just go ahead and get all 3 truck numbers?
Okay. Okay, I will mention that.
Or
I will mention that tomorrow because he sent the package. he have only one truck number
Yeah.
on it and the license plate and
Okay.
everything.
Or you can, yeah, or you can tell them, say, look, I know you only sent one truck unit number and license plate. Do you want to take care of this on a case-by-case basis as we dispatch? Because I'm going to need the other truck numbers and license plates if we put them on a load. Do you want to handle that on a case-by-case basis, or would you rather go ahead and give me that information now so I can go ahead and put it on your file?
Okay, 10-4.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, they're probably, yeah, we just go to and send it over to you, and you can put it in our file. Because it makes it simple, right? Very simple. And it also shows that you are very professional, which is gonna what? Bolster their confidence in your ability to dispatch the freight.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Second part of this. The fee for dispatch services will be 10% of the gross revenue of each shipment with no minimum charge. Now, this fee thing, I know some of y'all are probably, well, some people charge 3.25%, some people charge 5%, some people charge 7%, some people charge this and that. All right. Here is my philosophy on this. Never be ashamed of being paid what you are worth. Okay. I'm worth 10%. Okay. I train you all to be worth 10%. All right. But if you decide you want to charge less, that's only you. But let me hip you to something. If you're charging 3% or 5%, at some point in time, if you're dispatching the way you're supposed to be doing it, if you're running a business, now I'm not sure if some of you all maybe just doing this as a side hustle, whatever it may be, but I train business owners. So I train you all to grow your business, to scale your business to as big as you can get it. I've got some people who are enrolled subscription paying members to this day, and they are international. International, where they have offices on several different continents. They're not just dispatching freight in the United States, but they're doing it overseas, all over the place, bringing in millions of dollars each and every month. But they still use our back office tools, resources, and support. Now, you cannot grow to that level and only charge 3 and 5%. How are you gonna pay your people? Right? Anybody?
You'll barely pay yourself at that price.
Exactly. What are you gonna do when you get to the point where you got 5 or 6 owner operators and you can't? And look, I'm telling you right now, no one person can handle more than 5 or 6 owner operators by themselves. 7 is gonna be your max. Darren Stevens is catching hell trying to do 7, so he finally said, I gotta hire some people. All right.
Mr. Calvin, I have 4 and I'm about to pull my hair out.
Exactly. Once you hit 5 owner operators, you cannot handle more than that. Not and still maintain your sanity. You're not going to be effective and make money for all of them. You can't do it. You cannot do it. So when you hit 5, hire yourself a dispatch agent. And if you're only charging 5%, I mean, what are you gonna pay your dispatch agent? 2.5%. If you take 2.5%, you ain't gonna have that dispatch agent long. I tell you that right now. That's why you charge 10%, because you're leaving room for to scale your business, to grow your firm. 5 owner operators on the contract, hire 1 dispatch agent, pay that dispatch agent 6% of the load fee, you keep 4% of the load fee. That's an equitable split. Then you go back out and do what you do best. Get yourself 5 more. Dispatch them for a couple of weeks, get them started up. Then you hire yourself what? A dispatch agent. You give them those 5, 6%, 4%. Go back out and do what you do best. Y'all see a pattern here?
Yes.
Very simple stuff. It really is. Very simple stuff. And aren't you more likely to get good dispatch agents if you're putting out there, let's say you got your Indeed ad out there, dispatch firm looking for dispatchers, looking to hire 1 dispatcher, will the right person will will take over dispatching for 5 carriers. I'm currently dispatching them 4 or 5 loads per week, or better yet, 5 carriers that I'm dispatching for, 4 of them are on dedicated lanes. Right? And you're getting 6% of the load fee. Now, isn't that going to give you the ability to hire good people, to bring in good people and keep them?
Absolutely.
All right. This is how you want to conduct yourself. This is how you want to scale your business. It's always about scaling your business. It's always about the scalability of your business. Okay. I'm sure y'all watch Shark Tank all the time. Y'all hear them say that all the time. What's your scalability? How fast can you grow? You know, that type of stuff, right? Y'all hear it all the time, right? It's all about scalability. Okay. Your business has to have the ability to scale itself. And if you're limiting yourself on what you're charging, right? You're limiting yourself on scalability. I know y'all see that on Shark Tank every Saturday night when they come home. They talk about what? What's your cost factor? What does it cost you to make this? Okay, what's your profit margin? Oh, well, you got, I see why you're not making money. You know, so either your cost is too high, or your profit margin, or what you're selling for is too low.
Calvin, question.
This is what this is. Yeah.
Okay, so does the carrier, I'm quite sure the carriers may do research on the dispatcher. So just say hypothetically that the carrier's done his research. He says, well, you know, you've only been out here a month or whatever. You know, why should I pay you 10% and you really haven't, you know, you don't have the experience that he feels that he should be paying me 10%. So what would that be my rebuttal for that?
Mr. Carey, let me ask you a question. Are you paying for experience, or are you paying for high paying freight?
Okay. That's it.
Go back to the pitch. Go back to the pitch, right? How much money do you need to move your truck? Well, I need $6 per mile. Like I said, I don't look for freight that's paying the kind of money you want to get paid, going to the place you want to go, put the kind of freight that you want to get paid. Now, what do you want to do? You want to pay for experience, or you want to pay for this good paying freight?
Okay.
Okay. Remember the pitch. Go back to any objection, no matter at what point it comes. The pitch is written the way it is for a reason. No matter at what stage any objection comes up, you go back to the pitch. So the pitch reinforces your what? Your worth.
Okay.
Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
want to pay?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Look, carriers don't pay for experience.
Okay.
That's not what they're paying. They don't pay for experience.
Okay.
They're willing to give you a shot because it's not really costing them anything to give you a shot. Why? Because if you don't find a good paying freight, they're not going to take it, so they don't lose the pay, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you find a good paying freight, you think they give a hill of beans about how much time you've been doing this?
No.
No.
Okay.
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 Now, if you really want to impress them, say, hey, look, I was trained by the best. I was trained by the RBBS, just Mr. Calvin Butler. He's the best there is, so I'm worth it. Y'all got my permission to tell them that. And chances are they've heard of the RBBS and just Medicine. Why? Because we put a lot of stuff out. Okay. Look, you all are worth that 10%. I trained you all to be worth that 10%. If my training platform was crap, I wouldn't dare tell you to charge 10%. But you don't have a crap training platform. Okay? You don't have a crap training. Arguably, you have the best training there is out there. Why? Because I don't train from a book. That's not how I train.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mix words. I don't, well, today class, we're going to do this and chop this. That's not what I do. I train you from real life. I train you from what I do every single day. Okay? And those of you who have been in trucking, you know I know what the hell I'm talking about. Some of the stuff that you all are seeing in this training platform, platforms. Some of you all took other trading platforms before you came here, and they didn't hip you all to none of this stuff. So you are trained to be worth that 10%. I trained you all how to locate dedicated, how to identify dedicated lanes on the load board. Before you took this trading platform, was there anybody out there showing you all how you can make money in Florida?
No. Nope. Everybody else said it's impossible.
Exactly. But you all have seen me time and time again live on the load board, locating dedicated freight, putting carriers on loads that's running 3 loads a day, making anywhere from $1,800 to $2,500 a day, 5 days a week, off every night, home every weekend, and bringing in $300 to $500, $600, $700,000 a year. All in Florida. In Florida. But everybody else said, you can't make no money in Florida. My first year as owner operator, I made $541,000 in Florida and stayed in Florida, never left Florida. In a drive-in, no less than that. See, here's the problem you have with a lot of these so-called freight broker and dispatch trainers. They never brokered freight. They never dispatched freight. They never driven a truck. So they're teaching you from stuff that they've heard other people regurgitate. That's what they're doing. They're just regurgitating the same old garbage, but that's what regurgitation is. The same old vomit that everyone else is putting out. And everyone knows vomit ain't worth nothing. You don't want to re-eat vomit, do you? Right?
Right.
So why would you take heed to something that's regurgitated or what someone else has just spit out? It makes no sense. Because none of them have ever actually did it. They're just going by what they heard other people say, what see other people put on Facebook and social media and talking these chat groups and gossip about. But none of them have actually took the time to analyze a load board, see all that good paying freight, see all those dedicated lanes, put those lanes together and create dedicated lanes for themselves and make great money in Florida. If you couldn't make money in Florida, why is all this freight why is there freight still in Florida? Trucking, our industry would not exist in Florida if you couldn't make money in Florida, right?
Very true.
You just gotta know how to make money in Florida and figure out how to make money in Florida. Because there's money there. I can bet you that money is there. Money is here. But you just got to know how to do it. The same thing it is in Georgia. Same thing it is in Texas. Same thing it is in Wisconsin. Now, if anything, you can't make no money in North Dakota. Not with no 18 loads. Right?
True.
All right, let's be real about this now. Let's be real. The states that's got 27 loads, 14 loads, 80 loads. Got all them way up north states like that. Northwest. You can't make no money up there. That's why those carriers up there go all over the country and don't get back home until 3 weeks later. Because they're out scrounging around trying to make money. But what they should do is just relocate down to Florida. Come on down to Florida. Come on down to Georgia. Come on down to Alabama. Come on down to Texas. Go over there. You go over to PA, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and run for a week. Make great money. Then go back home on the weekend and come back down to their truck on Sunday night. Be ready to run on Monday morning. See, that's the difference between running a business and trying to live a lifestyle. See, some of these truck drivers, a lot of these truck drivers want to live a lifestyle. Y'all hear that a lot. Trucking is a lifestyle. Hell no, trucking is a business. I guarantee you the ones that trying to live the lifestyle ain't making the money. But the ones that trying to run a business, they making money. Because a businessman will understand that if I'm not making money here, I need to go down here to where the money's made, stay my behind down there for a week or two, make money, then go back home every weekend. That's what a businessman does. A lifestyle man says, well, I want to just run all over the country because I got this person over here in this state that I like to see, and this person over here in this state that I like to see, and I got this thing over here and this thing over here. You know, it don't really matter if I'm making money or not, but I'm living that lifestyle. I train business owners. I don't train lifestyle seekers. Okay, this is a business, not a lifestyle. Remember that. You need to have the same conversation with your own operator. Get them to understand. One of the questions that I asked, unless you need to ask them, Mr. Owner Operator, are you looking to run a business or are you seeking a lifestyle? Which is, and if they seem confused by that, well, what do you mean? Well, as a business owner, I'll make you some money. If you're seeking a lifestyle, I'm not your dispatcher. I'm not the one for you. Okay. Learn to have these conversations up front with your carriers, because if you do, I promise you, you will have a much smoother time dealing with these carriers and these owner operators. All right, let's finish up this dispatch agreement. All right, as loads are picked up, an amount equal to the above stated percentage will be payable to, because it's below the fee line and it's not in yellow, whose information goes there.
Carrier.
Anybody?
Carrier.
Carrier.
No.
Yours.
No. Yours. You ain't gonna pay the
No,
carrier. Carrier gonna
below.
pay you. Yeah,
Oh,
fee line.
Everything that's
As the
not
loads
yellow.
are picked up, as the loads are picked up, an amount equal to or above the stated percentage will be payable to you.
Yeah, to
Your
the
dispatch agreement,
dispatcher.
your company name or your name, however you want to be paid. Payments are to be conveniently paid with any debit or credit card via text or email invoice app. Because we show you all in our invoicing video how to sign up for Square and how to use Square invoicing. Makes it easy. You can send a text or you can send an email and they can just click on it and pay with a debit credit card. Processed by, you're going to change that. It's not going to be the RBBS LLC invoicing process. It's going to be by whoever you're using to process your payments. Square processing, using QuickBooks processing, if you're using PayPal, which I don't recommend, PayPal processing, whatever invoice processing you're using to collect money, that's what you're going to put there. Okay. Please provide your SMS, cell phone, text number here below the fee line in yellow. Whose information goes there?
The carriers.
Carriers, that's right. Carriers going to put their cell phone information here. And your email goes here. You want both the cell phone and the email, not a house phone or a base phone. You want a cell phone because you want the ability to text them the invoice if you need to be. And you're also going to want the ability to track them through GPS tracking whenever you get signed up with the brokers and stuff, because sometimes brokers want to know the carrier cell phone numbers so they can do GPS tracking to know where that load is at all times. Okay. All right. Either party has the right to end this agreement without cause at any time with 7 days notice by written request. Upon cancellation, any unused funds remaining in the deposit account will be refunded to the carrier within 2 business days without penalty. Now, that clause is there because if you get good at this, like Darren Stevens does, like I do, you got carriers who you invoice weekly. You don't invoice them every time they pick up a load because you're doing business with them so often. And then sometimes you got them on dedicated, so they're paying the same amount of money every week. So I have some carriers that prepay me for next week's loads. Why? Because they're on dedicated runs. You see what I'm saying? I have carriers that go ahead and prepay me sometimes a month in advance for all 4 weeks of loads. That's because you have set them up on dedicated runs and they're running the same loads 5 days a week, like clockwork. So it's easier for their accounting and easier for them to just go ahead and just, okay, I got these same loads, I'm getting this much money every week, so let's go ahead and pay him out for the money. Now, if for some reason they've done that, now I don't touch that, but that money stays in my Square account until those loads are actually picked up and delivered. I don't transfer that money to my bank account. I leave them in my Square account. So if for some reason a dedicated load ends or it runs its course, and I've got that money in my Square account, I can refund that money to them. Y'all see what I'm saying? Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Once your operation gets big enough, and and those of you who are gonna scale your business, you're gonna see this. You're gonna have an opportunity to live this out. Okay, but that's when you know you're really doing good business. That's when you know you got it. I mean, now you're running a business. You're running a very financially healthy business. Darren Stevens, you just jumped in. Are you here, or are you busy doing some stuff with brokers right now? You do that sometimes.
I just came off the phone with one, but I'm good to talk.
Yeah, you can vouch for that carriers paying you a week in advance or paying you by the week or stuff like that, right?
Right. I don't have any that pay me in advance at the moment, but I basically all my carriers I invoice within a week. My invoice usually go out on Mondays because sometimes the load might pick up Friday and drop off Monday. So I just invoice, and by Tuesday, Wednesday, all my invoice are in.
Okay, cool. So you invoice by the week.
Yeah, I invoice all my carriers are by the week because I have that type of relationship with them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now y'all notice he said relationship. Did y'all notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Develop relationship with your carriers.
Right.
Darren, does it make life so much easier when everybody understands their role in the relationship?
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because we all went through when we had them carriers that wanted to do your job and their job at the same time. And that's not work. Y'all have got to establish yourself as the business manager. So that's what you are. You are an owner-op business manager. You have to establish yourself as that. Thus, you have to establish that you are the person who best knows about the load that you're sending them out on. Sometimes you may send a carrier out on a load that's not quite what he wants, but you need to do it to get him to a place to get him what he wants. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Because the bottom line is that it comes out in the wash at the end of the week when they got X amount of money. That's the bottom line. Okay? And carriers sometimes can't see that because they're not like you. You're sitting back here, you got that map of the country, and you're able to overlook and see everything. Well, they can't see that. They can only see what's in front of them. So you have to instill in them the confidence that you know what you are doing and you are working always in their best interest. Once you have that, the process of dispatching these carriers becomes so easy, so stress-free. But if you don't have that, it's going to be a headache. And it's all because you failed to have that conversation with the carriers and try and develop that relationship. All right. All right. By signing below, I fully understand the terms of this agreement. Company name goes there, signature goes there, date goes there. They print right there. Dispatcher, you put your information right there and you sign down here. That's the dispatch agreement, y'all. Y'all know where to find it at in the back office? You can go and download it. You can go and hit the edit. Once you download it in the Windows, once you download it, and then you hit the edit, and then you can go ahead and put in your information, all that stuff. You can go ahead and pre-fill out where your information goes. You can go and pre-fill that information out. Then you just go ahead and make the changes down here on the invoicing. And then it's ready to be sent out to your carriers once you get them to agree to receive that dispatch agreement. Any question on the dispatch agreement before we move on to the profile form? Everybody knows where to find the dispatch agreement.
Hey, Kelvin, I just wanted to ask you really quick.
Yes.
Dispatchers cannot lock in a carrier and block out any other dispatchers?
No,
Whether
no. I mean,
okay.
Look.
Man.
I mean, you can try it. Hold up. They're not saying you
I'm
can't
not going to
do
try
it,
it.
but
I just
you
don't
ain't
want
gonna
to
get no carrier to
remote,
sign
so
up
I'm
with
locking
you.
in this dispatcher.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're not gonna get any carrier to sign up with you like that. Yeah, this business is one of the appeals of the trucking industry. It is still pretty much the wild, wild west.
Got it. Thank
That's
you.
an appeal to it. Okay. It is still pretty much the wild, wild west. Yeah, right? The fastest gun is gonna walk away, right? The best dispatcher, the person who can find you the best fair freight is the person who's gonna get your business time and time again.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
And that's why you all are trained the way you all are trained. You all are trained to be the best. You all are trained to look for stuff that other dispatchers don't look for. You all are trained to make it more convenient than other dispatchers. These dispatchers that have these 12-page long dispatch agreements, you're gonna beat them out every time. These dispatchers who don't know how to take advantage of short run loads versus long run loads, you're gonna win out on them every time. These dispatchers that don't know the difference between rate per mile and the rate, because if you just go by the rate, that means you may have long miles, but that doesn't mean that the carrier is gonna make more money. The carrier actually makes less money. Why? Because they gotta spend money on fuel, right? And the longer the load is, chances are the lesser the rate per mile. But the higher, more money you're gonna pay in fuel. And the more wear and tear you're gonna put on the truck. Thus, all that equals to what? Less money. But the dispatcher that understands the short run loads, they pay generally a higher rate per mile. Less fuel you're gonna spend. You can run more of them in the course of a day and equal up to twice as much money as you would have made if you made that one load that took you all week to run. You can run 3 of these loads and make that same money in one day and spend not even half of what the fuel you spent for the whole week. Which equals what? More money, more money, more money. That's how I train people. If you go back and look at my training videos, what do I emphasize? Short run loads, high rate per mile, less fuel, right? That's what's going to keep the carriers happy. That's what's going to keep them paid. All right, that's the dispatch agreement. All right, so everybody knows where to find the dispatch agreement and how to get to it. It's right here in this Rolodex. Got the couple. Just reading that little packet right there. That's the dispatch agreement. Okay, now we're gonna pull it up. All right, let's go to the other form you're gonna send them after they agree, after you pitch them and they agree to take you on as a dispatcher. The other form that you're gonna send them is going to be the carrier profile form. Okay, the carrier profile form. This is a very important form. Okay, everybody. I want everybody to know that this form is very important. Okay. Forward this form along with your dispatch agreement to the carrier to complete. Now, can anybody tell me what's the importance of the carrier profile form? Okay.
You'll have all the information.
Yes, you got to know what the carrier wants. This is basically your get to know me form. Okay. This is your get to know me form. This is the form that you're going to keep on file. So when you get up in the morning and you're looking for loads for certain carriers, you're going to pull that form out. Okay, well, this carrier wants this, he wants this rate per mile, minimum this rate per mile, he wants it. So that this is really your guide to searching the load book for that particular carrier, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is your guide to how you're going to search the load board for a particular carrier. So this form, and when you said this form, this is really your opportunity to have that conversation with the carrier. Okay. This form is going to allow you to have that conversation with the carrier. Okay. Carrier profile form. Please fill out the profile as we discussed to better fill your custom needs. Okay. Note, the below parameters are just minimums. Our goal is to always exceed and get you the best loads possible. So the carrier is going to put their name here. This is all the carrier's information. None of this is your information. Carrier is going to have their name here, their company name here, their home address here, the equipment type here. Okay. You want the home address because you're going to know where to route them back to when they want to get home time. Okay. Equipment type, van, flatbed, etc. Now, this is the time I need to tell y'all this. I do not recommend, or I do not encourage you all to sign on box trucks, sprinter vans, cargo vans, or hot shots. I say this every class. Okay. I say this every class. And sure enough, after I say this with every class, about a week or two later, I get a call that says, I'm having trouble finding loads. Okay, what type of, what are you looking for? I got a guy signed on who has a box truck. What did I tell you about box trucks? What did I tell you about box trucks? Okay, look, nothing personal against box trucks. Yeah, Kevin, I understand. Go ahead, this is recorded. You go back to YouTube and pull it up and watch it, at your convenience. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. If you have any questions about anything, give me a call during the week. Okay? All right. Look, I tell people this all the time. Okay. You're gonna waste your time trying to find loads for box trucks, sprinter vans, and cargo vans, and hot shots too. Okay, I don't deal with those. There is more than enough business out there for dry van, flatbed, reefer, and power only. Semi trucks. If it's not a semi truck, I don't sign it. I don't work with anything other than semi trucks. Because the industry, the load board side of the industry is where you all are going to spend 90% of your time looking for freight. Does not support. It is not built to support box trucks, sprinter vans, cargo vans, and hot shots. It's just, there's not a load board out there in the mainstream that has an abundance of those types of loads. And when you do find those type of loads, they're paying 60-something cents per mile, 80 cents per mile, $1.10 per mile. So if you do find a load for after searching for hours at a time, it's not going to be worth it to you. Does everybody understand why I don't encourage you to sign on those types of vehicles? Because your time is worth money. Your time is valuable. Okay? And the time you spent trying to find a load that's paying 80-something cents a mile, that's time you could have booked 5 or 6 dry van loads or reefer loads or flatbed and make some good money. Okay? Not to mention, those type of carriers are going to frustrate the hell out of you. And if you get too many of them, they will cause you to run from the business. Darren, am I telling the truth? Anybody want to co-sign? Darren is probably off business.
Yeah, you're right.
Does anybody want to? Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not trying to discriminate against those type of carriers. There are ways for those carriers to make money, but you ain't gonna make no money. Okay, they have to go out and do it the old-fashioned way. They're gonna have to go out and get with the fish houses, get with the bottled water people and all that type of stuff, They got to go out and get with the mom and pop grocery stores and restaurants and things like that. They're gonna have to go out and get convenience stores and the parts houses. They're gonna have to take their box truck out there, show and tell, shake hands. Hey, show and tell. That's the game we play when I want to say load my truck. Okay, that's what you got to do. You got to go back old school. Go to these warehouse spots and shake hands, meet people. Hey, look what I got. I can put this much stuff in it. I can take it over here and bring it back here. Can we work out a deal where I can do this for you every day? That's how those people make money. Now, does that involve, does any way in that have a place for you to make money in that? No. No, because it's taking too much time and it's not enough money that they can make that's going to be able to be shared with you. All right, does everybody understand that?
Yes. And last week I have one who's tricked me like that. When he sent the package, and then when I sent the carrier profile, and then he put when he posts the truck, he say order and V. So I thought it's a driver. So he signed the package. After that, I sent the carrier profile, and when I asked him what equipment, he said you have a 20 feet. I said 20. I said thank you. I got tricked.
He tried it.
He knew what he was doing. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was big.
If I can help him out, I say yes, I can help you out, but not now.
Yeah, look, y'all, that's a headache you do not want. I'm telling you all this because I want y'all to know that you're not going to make money trying to dispatch those type of vehicles. Okay, it's not worth your time. I don't have anything personal against box truck drivers, middleman drivers, but they're just a different way for them to make money. Now, have I been able to consult with them and help them to make money? Yes, they have to schedule private consultation. So that's the only way I can make money from them, because I'm definitely not going to make money trying to dispatch. So what I do is I have private consultation with box truck. I did a video on how to dispatch box trucks. Basically, it's how to find money for box trucks. Okay, but you as a dispatcher can't make money on box trucks. So I have my private consultations for box truck owners, sprinter van owners, cargo van owners, and hot shot. If they want to make money, call and book and schedule a private consultation. $100 an hour. I'll show you how to go out and find that good paying freight. Well, best you can find, how to get good contracts with box trucks, how to do it, and then you just go make your money. Okay, but there's no way for a dispatcher to make money trying to expedite those loads for you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You all are going to waste your time. You're going to get frustrated with the industry, and you're going to wind up quitting because box trucks, sprinter vans, and cargo vans bring you out of business. Okay, so don't do it. Just don't do it. Take my word for it. Don't do it. All right. So you're going to have your equipment type that's going to go here. The equipment size is going to go here. The max weight that they want to pull is usually going to go here. Okay. Minimum cost per mile. I always put per mile, CPM. If they want minimum cost per mile, $2.25 per mile, $3.50 per mile, $3.75, $2.75, whatever the case be, they put that there. Okay. Preferred distance on the run. Now, notice I said minimum, the least amount that they will accept. That don't mean that they put, well, the most I want is $7 a mile. Don't put that up. Tell them, look, tell me what you will accept. All right. Now, once you put that, if I find your load and it's better than what you put down there, don't tell me that's not enough money. I'm asking you now, on this form, put down the minimum amount that you will accept when I call you up with a load. Now, does that mean I'm going to call you with the minimum? No. My goal is to call you with way more money than that every time. But I'm not going to call you if I can't find a load that's paying what you put down here. Y'all see? That's how that conversation should go. Preferred distance runs. Some carriers like to run short runs. Some carriers like to run long runs. This is the time for you all to have a consultation with your carriers And sometimes carrier has to be educated on the fact that short run loans will pay them more money. Okay. Sometimes they have to be educated on that. So, take that time to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of running short runs and disadvantages of running long runs. Okay. The cost factors, stuff like that. Take that time to go over that with them. Region you like to run in. Some carriers, I don't want to run in the mountains. Just don't see me. They have some carriers have a fear of mountains. Me, I ran everywhere. It didn't matter. I learned how to drive a truck. When I went to truck driving school, they taught me how to use my engine brakes, my Jake brakes, and my shift. They taught me how to use all that. Okay. They taught me how to come down mountains, how to go up mountains. They taught me how to pull heavy weight. They taught me how to ride in windy weather. Put some weights in the back of that doggone van so you don't get blown over. They taught me all that. So I applied everything that I was taught, and I ran everywhere. It didn't matter what it was running. It didn't matter what time of the year they was running. In the snow, in the rain, on the ice, whatever it was, I ran it. Why? Because I was taught how to run it, and I applied it and I used it. Now, some carriers, guys fear the mountain. Some guys literally fear, they have a phobia against mountains. Okay? So they will tell you, keep me on the bottom half of the United States, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Nevada. Nevada's about the most mountainous place that they're going to go. Okay, some of them won't even go to North Carolina or Virginia, so the guy heals. Okay, so you're going to have some guys that going to want to stay on the bottom half of the United States. Some guys want to say, now just send me in where the money is. Okay, so that's your region thing, right? Notes. Any other thing that I want to put down there? No. I want to be home every 2 weeks or every weekend or whatever the case may be. Find me a place where I can run some dedicated freight. I'll relocate down there. I run all weekend. I go home once a weekend, the weekend or whatever case, just whatever you want to put down there. No, that's what you put down there. Any questions on the profile form? All right. No question on the profile form. That's your profile form. Y'all can download that. It's a PDF form. You know where to get that. You know where to download that. Let me check on my YouTube people, see what they got going on real quick. All right. As always, I got this idiot on here that posts all this stuff like this. And I got to take time to get rid of it. This is an idiot, you all. I don't know why they do this stuff, but idiots will be idiots. Idiots will be idiots. So give me a minute and let me report this idiot like I have to do most of the time. Any questions from anybody while I'm removing this inbred idiot here? Anybody have any questions?
Yes, I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
It's regarding the dispatch agreement. I told the guy, one of my client, that I will send them the invoice after each load. Is it a problem, or I have to tell them I will charge them every week?
No, you charge them however you want to charge them, whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
So that depends on whatever you're comfortable with. Some people want to get their money immediately after each load. Some people want to say, I invoice you at the end of the week. So that depends on you. It's your business. No matter how you want to run it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions? Oh, no problem. Anytime. Any other questions, anybody?
I gotta go and get some wipes. So I'll leave in a few minutes.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. Who is this, Miss? Sound like Miss. Is this Barbara? It sounded like Barbara. All right. All right. Oh, let me make this announcement again real quick. You all know we now are able to, we partner with Afterpay, okay? So for those of you who have been thinking about joining our platform and say, well, I'm trying to save up the money, I don't have that $349 right now, I don't have this, that. Now we have Afterpay, where you can pay in installments. So look for Afterpay on our checkout. When you go to checkout, look for the Afterpay, the option, click on that, download the app, go and sign up with Afterpay. You can pay in 4 equal weekly installments. You pay the first installment, and then you pay the other 3 over 3 weeks in equal installments. Makes it very affordable for you all to go ahead and sign up with Afterpay. Don't worry about not having access to the site until after you pay, because Afterpay pays us all of it up front, and you just pay Afterpay. So that's who you be making your payments to, will be to Afterpay, and you get access to our training platform immediately. Your first installment. So nothing changes for you on that end. Only thing that changes is you don't have to part with all your money at one time. So that's Afterpay, and they have made a big difference in our uptick in enrollments. We've had 14 new people enroll in the last 2 days, and 12 of them paid through Afterpay. So it's a very good, very good, very good program. And we welcome them, and they have been very successful for us so far. So y'all keep that in mind. If y'all want to get signed up with our platform, we've been waiting, for some things to, to do it that way. Now you can get it done through Afterpay. All right. And I do believe you can use Afterpay for the trademarks too. I definitely think you can use it on the 2 entry-level trademarks. I'm not sure if you can use it for the $5,000 or $10,000 trademark, but you can most definitely probably use it for the $1,500 trademark and the $2,500 trademark. Okay. If those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about when we talk about trademark, that is a way for you to own your very own RBBS Logistics Learning Centers, and you make money the same way I make money on our training platforms and stuff, but all the money goes into your bank account, and then you pay me at the end of the month my royalty, depending on which trademark level you came in at. If y'all want to take a look at that, you can go to our main site, and it has up there on where you can click to see what the trademark is all about. Y'all can go here to our your dispatcher tools and resources site. It's on the home page there. As you all can see here, it's on the home page where it says here, 2.3 million a month is the earning potential for the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the subsidiaries. Do you want a cut? Here for a detailed presentation. Now you can own your very own RBBS Logistics Learning Center and its subsidiaries. The RBBS Logistics Learning Centers LLC trademark users opportunity. Click on this, and they give you a detailed, presentation of what this offer is and how you can go about getting involved with it. Okay, so that's our trademark opportunity. All right. Any questions? Let me go back to my YouTube channel and check on my YouTube people. I'm trying to wait for this trademark thing to pull up so people can see what it looks like. It'll pull up here in a second. There it comes. There it is. This is our trademark opportunity. It'll finish loading up. Waiting for the images to load up in it. Refresh that real quick. It's got a lot of images in it, some video in it too. So got images and video in it. So it's probably gonna take a little bit of time for it all to load up. But let's go ahead and address some questions over here, see what we got going on. Yes, how to participate in the fleet leasing program. All right, that's gonna be on our, in order to get involved with the fleet leasing program, that's our Easy Lease. You're going to go to myeasylease.com or you're gonna go to leasemysemi.com. That's myeasylease.com or leasemysemi.com. You're gonna go to list my semi if you have a truck that you want to list with our Easy Lease. We got some people who are getting ready to lease their trucks out through Easy Lease. Some of my Easy Lease agents have got some people on the hook who are ready. They've got, about 2 to 3 weeks lease payments in reserve. That's what we like to see. We really don't want to put someone out on leases and they don't know how they're going to come up with the next 2 weeks lease payment. When people come over with us, the ideal candidate is someone who has got their upfront money, which is $3,299. That's for your Easy Lease deposit, the Easy Lease acquisition fee, and the $299 for the GPS tracker that goes on the truck and the ignition kill switch. They've got that they can put up front, and they're gonna have to make their first week's lease payment. But we want to see people who have at least, after they make that first week's lease payment and that upfront fee, they want to have at least 2 to 3 weeks lease payments in reserve. Okay.
I'll be back. I gotta go get some wipes.
That's the idea, candidate. Okay, because we don't want to put people in those leases and then the very next week they default and our asset owners not getting that money that they were promised. So make sure they got make sure they got enough money in reserve so they can handle lease payments for at least 3 weeks. While they are getting acclimated to finding loans and stuff like that. Okay, but go to myeasylease.com or leasemysemi.com. Please mute your mic if you are got other conversation stuff going on. Mute your mics. Please mute your mics.
You work here?
All right, there we go. Please mute your mics. All right. But that's what you to get involved easily. The problem I had is getting brokers to give new carriers a loan. That's always going to be a problem. There are brokers out there, just got to keep beating the bushes. Most carriers want to see that brokers have at least 4 month seasons on their authority. I mean, most brokers want to see that carriers have at least 4 month seasons on their authority. Okay. So that 4 months is the ideal number. Now, are there loans you can get that doesn't require that much seasoning? Yes, you can. The best way to do that is go directly to shippers. If you're part of our platform, you can access our 19 million plus shippers and just go through the shippers and just ask them, hey, do you work with new carriers? Some places that do work with new carriers, Warner loans tend to work with new carriers. If you're dealing with Warner, if you're dealing with JB Hunt 360, they tend to work with new carriers. So get your carrier signed up with those companies and get some Warner loans. Go to the Warner brokers and the JB Hunt 360 brokers. They work with new carriers. So you can kind of work with them. Okay. That's just a little tip there for you. Everybody else just says hi. All right, look. All right. It was a decent night. I hope y'all learned something. Did everybody learn something tonight in training? I hope y'all did. We'll be back here. What time is it? Almost 9 o'clock, right at that time. All right, look. If you haven't joined our platform, you're thinking about joining our platform, we now have Afterpay. So look forward at checkout. Joining our platform has become more affordable. If you like what you see, you like the type of training that we provide, if you like the back office tool, resources, the support, and all the stuff that you see that we use within our training, join our platform. Individual enrollment, $349.95 plus tax on your enrollment fee, and then $39.95 per month to access your back office tool, resources, training, and your support. If you if you're going to be, if you want to join our platform, you're going to go here to the RBBS LLC.com. And then you're going to go over to the services area. Click up here. You're going to go over to where it says more. And you're going to pull that drop down. You can go down here where it says online training, our online training. You're going to click that. And you're going to pull up our online training, enrollments. Tells you what you get. Our online platform will train you to earn 100K plus from home, dispatching freight, and provide the online network, tools, resources, and training to ensure your success. You'll get access to more than 100 load movers, access to more than 140,000 hours of operational training videos, access to more than 19 million direct shippers, access to every registered owner operator in the United States, access to live training, access to our logistics library that has every word, phrase, and term ever used in trucking, access to our network of 2,967 industry professionals, and our most popular enrollment is just $349.95 plus tax and a monthly subscription of $39.95. Now, if you click on this, it'll take you over to our enrollment page, our store, where you can pick the type of enrollment you want. Now, remember, if you pay with Afterpay, your monthly subscription payment is going to start 60 days after you enroll and not 30 days. Why? Because we want to give you time to make those 4 installment payments to Afterpay before we start hitting you with the monthly subscription, okay? Just so you all know that. If you are clicking the Afterpay option, when you pay it in weekly installments, 4 weekly installments, or 6 weekly installments, whichever one you choose. If you're paying 4, there's no interest. If you're paying 6, it's going to add a little bit of interest to it. But we're going to give you time enough to pay out those installments, and then your monthly subscription is going to start 30 days after you finish your installment. So we give you 60 days from the time you enroll before your monthly subscription payments hit. Okay, so those of you who join with Afterpay, you're not going to see a monthly subscription payment from us until 60 days later. But you're going to have to pay Afterpay on your each week's installment, okay, until you get it paid off on that 4th week. We figured that would be fair. So that's how we do that. All right. All right. That's gonna do it, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed our what we brought to the table today. Let me check my chat here. Somebody says thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So look, I've enjoyed our time together. You know, as Carol Burnett would say, you know, what that song she always say? I'm so glad we had this time together just to hang around and learn about freight. All right, that's my singing. Look, I appreciate y'all for joining us. I appreciate y'all every Thursday night when y'all join us here. I enjoy spending this time with you. I really, really do love training. We're gonna be, bringing in and ushering in our new owners. Miss Barbara Caldwell, Miss Jen Williams, Mr. Darren Stevens, soon to be Miss Tasha Washington, and we got about 3 others who are gonna be coming on. So we're gonna be ushering in those new owners. We got some big things on the horizon, y'all. Look. Some things are so big I can't even talk about right now, but we got some big things out there on the horizon. The RBBS Distribution Center is about to take over the world when it comes to freight and dispatch training and all that type of stuff. We are about to become the not one of the, but the go-to platform for logistics training. I can't discuss it with y'all right now, but we got some things that are out there. It is Lord have mercy. But look, y'all already know we're gonna have more trainers, more platforms, more YouTube channels, more of everything. So it's gonna be exciting. Look, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. I will see you all back here next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most of you, I will see you all on Saturday for our Brokerage Hour, 10 a.m. 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great and blessed day. See y'all next time. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.